Tsukikomi defense against a boxer or defense against a punch. Someone is punching at you, generally with that front arm. It's going to be some kind of a jab. And I'm going to attack. Traditionally, I believe it's the armpit. Since he also has a variation going to the face, I'll go over both of those. I've seen a lot of people do this from like a bird beak, where they wrap the fingers together to make a spike with the fingers into the armpit. I mean, it makes sense in terms of it makes my arm as long as possible, and it makes that strike as precise as possible. I just don't practice this enough to feel like I'm comfortable hitting something really hard with the tips of my fingers, even if they're reinforced. So I just pull my fingers back and use two knuckles. Makes the strike a little bit shorter, but still precise. And I feel like I could hit pretty hard with that. This, at least for me, I don't train it enough. In any event, I believe that is the traditional variation. You could also just punch. The problem with the punch is that's even the shortest weapon, and it's a little bit of a large surface area. I mean, hopefully if you can catch one of those ribs, you might be good, but I want to try to get above the bone, right into the sensitive part of the armpit. So my compromise is using those knuckles, but feel free to play with that. Facing someone, they go for that punch, and I'm not just punching. One, I'm ducking to get under. I'm not bending over at the waist, but I'm dropping. Difference, plenty of boxers will do this technique, and they're really good about bobbing and weaving and coming under the punch. Problem with that is that depends on rules of boxing, Queensberry rules. That means you're not going to knee me in the face, you're not going to punch me in the back of the head when I'm too low, you're not going to try to put me in a guillotine. That's why I'm bending over at the waist, because I don't want to expose myself to all those other attacks. So I'm just dropping. I don't have to get real low, but a little bit. I'm also going to hide behind my shoulder. As I punch, I'm lifting, pulling my head in like a turtle, lifting that arm up, hiding my chin and jawline behind my shoulder. I'm just practicing dropping behind that shoulder and punching. I might take a little step to cross some distance. Right? My understanding is this is one of those ones where we're doing 3 repetitions. They punch, I punch the armpit, they punch, I punch the armpit, they punch, I punch the armpit, and then I go in for a throw. I think in application I would probably just do it once, but doing it 3 times is a good way to practice this technique. Since this variation, instead of going into the armpit, is a punch to the face, and you're crossing their punch with your punch. You're actually parrying their punch by punching. This is a technique that we actually use in several different other areas. And a good way to practice this is I just put a belt in the door with a knot on the other side, and I keep it taut with one arm, drop underneath and punch across the grain of the arm. So you can feel that pressure. I drop and punch. And now if you want, you actually can make a fist, because I'm not going into the armpit, I'm going to the face. You can also use a palm if you're worried about breaking a knuckle. Palm straight to the nose. Same idea. I'm dropping under the punch, hiding behind my shoulder, parrying the arm by using the punch and going for the face. So either way, into the armpit or into the face is your setup. Imagine I'm your uke, I punch, and you get that shot. Kind of heavy on that front leg, and it's exposed because it's my jab. Maybe I'm reaching across distance. You can do whatever throw you want. I'm not aware that there's a specific throw, but I generally recommend some kind of front leg attack throw because it's exposed. The most common one for us is going to be Uchi Gama, just wrapping around, hooking, and using that shin for the takedown. I don't even need my hands on that one. We do practice it from kumikata, but this is a nice throw because I'm doing it with my leg, not my hands. So punch, hook, and takedown. For more specific instructions on that, you can see the separate video, Suigetsukan Uchi Gama. A couple other suggestions, a couple judo throws. Kosoto Gari. I'm just stepping, anyways, I'm stepping with that punch. Maybe I'm stepping past that front foot, and then I'm just bringing it back, taking them off their weight, off their front foot. And my personal favorite is Kosoto Gake. I'm wrapping my leg around theirs and dropping into a pigeon position. Punch, 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 wrap, and drop. You can do a throw, punch, maybe that arm's still out, you grab it, turn, and Seiwanage. I feel like it's a lot of distance to try to cross to get in close enough to do a forward-facing throw. That's why I usually just go for the front. You could also go for a double leg takedown off that front leg, or even a single leg. So I prefer to attack that leg because it's exposed, but play with it however you want. And again, 3 strikes and a takedown, or 3 strikes and a takedown, 3 strikes and a takedown. Good luck practicing Tsukikomi Dome at home.